On my way to tell some girl her father died. First time he got to hold his baby, by the way. They call me 007. Zero effect on the plot. Zero storyline closure. 7+ days faffing around on a boat. Which is the most evil character in Squid Game? Myung-ji, 73%. The front man, 11%. OL-nam, 9%. The salesman, 7%. Boys with time machine. Nam Jae-hoo, you dropped your necklace. You might need it for the next round. You can only save one player. 456. 390. 120. 011. 246. 222. 230. 380. You merely adopted the Squid Game. I was born in it, molded by it. My classmates copying me confidently writing the wrong answer. My job here is done. But you didn't do anything. My husband watching me take 5 entire minutes to parallel park. Season 1, 096. I'll go first. I'm tired of hiding. Season 3, 096. I'm shoving you off a ducking bridge now. Squid Game fans. Marvel Cinematic Universe fans. Thanos did nothing wrong. All of America was trying to solve the mystery of who would win the second Squid Game. Then they found out it was the baby. Recipe for a good Squid Game season. 456. Crazy religious person. Female character who lost due to injuries. Blend man who either hates babies or loves making them. Duo in which one kills themselves as they eliminated the other. Watching fireworks right now, and not gonna lie, they look a little off. Me if I was player 456. The thought process of Jihan, after saying we are not horses, we are humans. What if 456 daughter joined Squid Game in season 4 when she finds out what happened? Squid Game season 3 broke a Netflix record with 60.1 million views in its first 3 days since premiere. Me Trina talk about Squid Game characters, but keep forgetting their names. How comfortable are the Squid Game beds? I don't know, I've never slept in one. Netflix be like, it's 3 seasons, if we say so. Squid Game has 3 seasons. Be honest, we shot season 2 and 3 together. Be honest, we split season 2 in half. Thank you. What goes on in girls' bathrooms? What goes on in boys' bathrooms? MrBeast getting exposed. The Squid Game author needing money. Your next task is to not listen to that one song over and over. Have you seen Squid Game? It's this crazy show about people in debt signing up to kill each other to entertain the rich. Anyway, let's get you enlisted. In 2002, France deployed troops to Afghanistan as part of Operation Pamuk, the Legionnaire of Russian origin. I've already fought in this war before you, Blight. How happy mother duckers get when they see their ex doing horrible in life. How hype mother duckers get when the assignment deadline is extended, they still ain't doing it. Squid Game, USA. Eat 20 burgers in 15 minutes or else you die. Watch bulked without getting in direction. Squid Game EU. Dodge acid attacks, stabbings, and attempted rapes from guards dressed as migrants. Flagellate yourself for 30 lashes over the Loho coast. Squid Games Canada. Pour in a toilet. Wear deodorant. Don't eat cow shut. Don't rape a woman locked in a cell with you. Survive a school shooting for 10 minutes. Devil May Cry 6. I was genuinely laughing my ace off at this scene. It's framed like the main menu for a Five Nights at Freddy's game. The Game of Thrones fandom watching people arguing whether the series finale of Squid Game was bad or whether it was good. Squid Game Season 1. Squid Game Season 2. Squid Game Season 3. So me and the boys decided to play our own version of Squid Game's Russian roulette. We all have peanut allergies by the way. Pattern recognition test and it's a whole ace decipherable painting. Pattern recognition test. Hate when someone tells me, I used to have a crush on you. Like what the duck am I supposed to do with an expired crush? This fandom is a prison. Frontman. I'm not frontman anymore. Call me backman. Me smiling at you because I didn't hear anything you just said. Squid Game is genuinely terrifying as a concept. I mean, imagine if Koreans were real. Me, here's Sae-byeok. Me, I've ducked to this song before. Kids playing Squid Game. After I beat you, I'm gonna go home and have mum make mac and cheese. Adults playing Squid Game. I owe $1 billion and I can't spin a top. Gamora, with one snap of his finger, he can wipe half the universe. Tony, tell me his name again. Gamora. Smile beauty flower. I'm a legend Thanos. I'm a legend Thanos. I have fork. Give me my money. Did I force you to buy that coin? Because of that damn coin. I lost the money I earned from busting my ace rapping. Excuse me, can I be in your group? I'm pregnant. Oh hi pregnant. I'm Jihan. Sweat Game? Great show. Let's watch. You mean Squid Game? Squid Game. Appears. Explains her backstory. Carries her team so hard I start reconsidering my stance on trannies. She is an ex-soldier. She carries Jihan's entire uprising. Start accepting trans people completely. Me when I realized Squid Game made me accept trans people in 7 episodes by making them cool as duck. Why doesn't the West do this? Instead they have pride parades where men walk around bet boutique. My cousin is a hawk to our girl. Like Buck or the Squid Game, right? That's the name of the show. 2014. 2024. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable. Squid Game 2 wasn't as good as the first one. You all know what this means. This factory is shutting down. You guys are all fired. But I can't go back to being jobless. Duck, how am I supposed to pay rent then? What I studied for? What is on the test? His smile and optimism, gone. First time at the Squid Game. Second time at the Squid Game. Your next task is making an actually new franchise instead of milking the same one for 40 plus years. Nintendo. Waiting for that new season to drop be like. Total drama contestants. I've faced countless jacked up wild animals, consumed various poisons, suffered injuries that should have had me hospitalized or killed, powered through radiation, faced off against a green sweater wearing god, and even went toe to toe against the moon itself, and I'm hardly worse for wear. Squid Game contestants. If I cut a cookie even the tiniest bit wrong, I die. Squid Game show snacks except for this one man and his bees. I'm a beekeeper. I have such passion for my bees. I think about my bees every day. I just wonder if they think about me. Utterly soulless sketch I did. After ducking a frosty tooth, my life feels empty. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable. Me sowing. Me reaping. Bob Odenkirk. What happened? Squid Games. Me trying to enjoy 2022. Suddenly realizing Squid Game came out nearly a year ago. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable. Who wouldn't like more space in their satchel? Hey Mr. Cujo, someone is at the door. Yeah. Who is it? Hello, Jotaro? The Squid Gamers, yikes. I think we are going to lose games soon, if no one helps us with these Squid Games. Dame Dan a guy, I'll help you guys. Dame to da rescue. Giano, what happened to Abakio? Squid Game. Be me, sitting next to LBT kids at lunch. We are talking jocking around. Kid in front of me falls on the ground and pretends to die. Other kid says what happened? Squid Games. Everyone laughs except for me. Come on. You had to laugh. It's from memes. My face when. Am I retarded? Or is this shit just getting old? Heat housewives in my area. Me on my way to jump off a bridge. Because I can't get any girls and everyone hates me. Who killed this man? I'ma be honest, Will Smith. It was the Squid Games. What happened to him? Squid Games. Next challenge is to name something good that President Woodrow Wilson did. USA, Squid Game. Italy, Squid Game. France, Squid Game. Spain, El Jugo del Calamar. MrBeast's Squid Game couldn't exist without the original Netflix show. No shot. Sherlock. Imagine getting a sloppy here. You are brought into the Squid Game and your challenge is to complete the last game you played in real life. What do you do? When you learn South Korean just to watch Squid Game. When you learn Italian just to watch JoJo. How I be looking at the pit after sternly telling myself that for once I will just stand there and enjoy the show without breaking my nose or losing my shoes. How I be looking at someone after I said what 3 times and still couldn't understand what the duck they said. Being an Incredibox fans in 2020 versus in 2024. I don't really give a duck about typing quirks. Oh, so you're a blist. Me using the urinal in the men's locker room at the gym. An old man with his nuts out. Every masterpiece has its cheap knockoff. Yo, Mr. Right. Someone's at the door. Who is it? Hello, Heisenberg. Did you guys catch this political message in the Squid Game? Why did you come here from the north? I thought things were good over here. And so, were you right? Yes, I love capitalism, and being in debt isn't bad. I'm gonna go all out on this in real life Squid Game video. Give me a month to gather 456 random people and recreate all the sets. I may or may not need some things built for my Squid Game. Can you DM me? I'm beginning to see a pattern here that I'm not so sure I like. When people ask if I've watched Squid Game yet, Butch, I still ain't seen Tiger King. MrBeast recreating Squid Game after watching the show about rich people making poor people play games for the rich people's entertainment for a cash prize. Huh, I wonder who that's for. I'm gonna go all out on this in real life Squid Game video. Give me a month to gather 456 random people and recreate all the sets. Octopus game or something, I don't know. Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, the 501st, and the 212th. The Republic collapsing under the Separatists' attacks. People who don't watch Squid Game are just edgy hipsters. Change my mind. People who don't have access to Netflix. People who have access to piracy sites. People who don't give a shit. 99.9% of germs. 0.1% of germs. First day at a new school. After meeting the other kids. Every masterpiece has its cheap copy. I'm gonna tell my kids this was Squid Game. The Best Buy employee selling me another RTX 3080, knowing damn well I'm gonna eat it in front of him again. Parents, me going down a wrong path. I think I downloaded the wrong version of Squid Game. Korean Squid Game. Japanese Squid Game. I would go to school if this was the teacher, this was the uniform, this was the bus, this was the book. Original song. Feat Cardi B remix. Never noticed my crippling Instagram ad beak shine up until now, smiling through the pain. Seeing Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook are down. Twitter starts glitching. Me when I applied for college and got accepted without knowing what I was getting myself into. Me warming up for a solo cash cup versus me after the solo cash cup. My 7-year-old cousin watching me playing games on my phone at the wedding. Me start watching Squid Game versus me after watching it. How people with no car pose for their license photo. Jihan from Squid Game reminds me of Lee Kwang-soo, ha 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 ha, especially when he smiles. Everybody talking about Squid Game. Me, who hasn't seen the show. Clone 99 during maintenance duty. Clone 99 during an intense battle. Me watching Squid Game for 3 hours straight. Where's Squid? Cats all day. Cats at 3 AM. Shows that we are eventually going to stop talking about Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Tiger King, Squid Game. Squid Game, a Korean dystopian thriller about people in desperation. They know we are willing to kill people to get out of crippling debt. The United States government, Connecticut Army National Guard, 100% free college tuition. Has anyone else noticed that the squid part of Squid Game kind of sounds like Squidward from SpongeBob? Every masterpiece has its cheap copy. I think I downloaded the wrong Squid Game. Water, milk, choose wisely. Am I the only one around here who hasn't watched a single episode of Squid Game? Daughter's birthday dinner, Squid Game final round. Squid Game employees when one of the contestants beats the other to adult. I sleep. Then when someone asks for their basic survival needs to be met. Real shut. Me being happy and loving the show. Episode 6. Squid Game fans when going through a red light, they can only go on green light. Before watching Squid Game. After watching Squid Game. Squid Game fans when the game rule is to shut up. Me in the club after being forced to go out. Squid Game fans when they see Asian people in public. Nika was right. I shouldn't be gambling my money away and run from the loan sharks. From now on, I'll never gamble with my money ever again. Hello good sir, would you like to play a game? Oh boy, would I? Average Squid Game fan. Average tentacle pan enjoyer. No ducking way. Club Penguin predicted Squid Game. The little sister I want. The little sister I got. How you celebrate every birthday after 23. Go to bed at a reasonable hour. Bench Squid Game until 4 AM. So, we really need to play now. I don't even know who you are. FAFSA, so, how broke are you? Me. Squid Game creator Hwan Dong-hyuk wrote the show in 2009, but was rejected by studios for 10 years. He once had to stop writing the script plus sell his $675 laptop due to money struggles. Today, it's #1 in 90 countries plus set to become the most watched show in Netflix history. Squid Game. I think you mean the squidding pasta from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, Battle Tendency. Gotta stay in the lead. Watching Squid Game to stay ahead on a meme trend on it. Watching Squid Game because #1 trending. My wife trying to convince me I would enjoy watching Squid Game on Netflix with her, even though it's in Korean, and she's worried I won't like the subtitles. Me, who likes the subtitles, because my Korean wife can watch the show in her native language, and I can still understand what is happening, which lets me share her culture with her. Squids on their way home, after playing the game. I don't know, I've never watched the show. Hey quick suggestion, if someone offers you this, accept it. Me after breaking that first string, again. If Squid Game was African, sir, would you like to play a game with me? No. If Squid Game was in London, sir, would you like to play a game with me? Hello, excuse me sir, I said would you like to play a game with me? I know how they can pay off their debt. God ducking damned crease, where the duck are we? Make the call. US government will run out of money by October 18th, Treasury Secretary says. Gong you in Squid Game. Who has the best aim? Ancient powerful machine that shoots high-speed lasers with a lock-on system for a perfect aim. Created to fight Calamity Ganon. Funny Squid. Wants to do everything but be a good father. This guy take care of everybody else except his kid. How roaches look at you when you hit them with that dollar store bug spray. How mother duckers be when the group victim finally stands up for himself. How hype your own homeboys be when you stutter while reading in class. How happy mother duckers be when they find out they failed the test together. When number 34 just landed an uppercut on the gorilla, so the rest of us genuinely start gaining hope. How your own homeboys be after you got crossed up. How hype elementary school mother duckers be after a girl got sniped in the face with the wet soccer ball during recess. Donald Trump, official portrait. 2017. Donald Trump, official portrait. 2025. A sociopath who lures desperate people to their doom. A crypto bro rapper. Your next task is to plug in the USB in one attempt. Wow, Squid Game is so crazy. Good thing poor people don't have to sign up to kill other poor people to escape crushing debt in real life. Would you spend 100 days in this room with a random stranger for $500,000? Door is unlocked. If one of you leave before day 100, you both lose. I'm about to run this experiment. Let's see how they do. Cahoots be like. I can imagine more or less Jihan's reaction when he will find out Inho's true identity. But what will happen when he will find out that Junho is his brother? Jihan is no longer the same person anymore, and he's desperate. He could use him as a hostage. We'll be fine. Probably surviving. Genuinely 50-50. Most likely dead, but a chance you could make it. Almost certainly dead. 100% dead. Junhee gives birth and dies from blood loss, leaving MG Coin to care for the child he wanted to get rid of. Namgyu stabs or harms Junhee as revenge, or MG Coin killing Thanos, leading to a miscarriage.